This show is brought to you by Built MasterCard. You've probably heard me talk about Built as the company that helps you earn valuable points on rent, but I'll let you in on a little something. The Built MasterCard is also one of the best ways to earn points on dining.
If you've ever eaten at a restaurant, that means all of you, keep listening. The Built MasterCard earns 3 times points on dining. And when you use the Built MasterCard at any of Built's restaurant partners, you'll earn up to 3 times additional points. You just have to use the card 5 times each statement period to earn points. Select Built restaurant partners also offer complimentary items to Built members so you can feel at home when dining out. Do yourself a favor at the next group dinner and grab that check first. Take the Built points for yourself and settle up after. Earning points on rent and at restaurants just got a lot easier with the Built MasterCard. Terms apply.
Start earning points with the Built MasterCard by going to joinbuilt.com/pillows-and-beer. That's joinbuilt.com/pillows-and-beer. Make sure to use our URL so they know we sent you. Join built.com/pillows-and-beer.
Hey y'all, and welcome to another episode of the Millennial Management Podcast. I am your host, Brandy, the Millennial Manager, and today is Friday. I really hope that y'all have not allowed the bullshit at your job to keep you down, okay? Because we're not doing that, all right? We are in a different mindset, and we're not going to allow the bullshit at work to take us down mentally, physically, or emotionally, okay? Now, make sure that you're following me on what could be TikTok. I don't know what is going on with this app, okay? Follow me there at Brandy the Millennial Manager on Facebook. Same. Instagram, the same as well. Join the community on Patreon. I want to say a special thank you to the Patreon community. I am so thankful for you all. You all have no idea how much your $6 supports this podcast. And I want to say a special thank you to Patreon for those of you who are in the free community as well. I appreciate you. I just appreciate everyone. Thank you. Whatever contribution, if it's sharing the podcast with your friends, your coworkers, that ain't haters. Okay. Because we don't need haters over here. But just keeping the volume going. This podcast has been doing so great. We hit our 50th episode, okay, period. And it has just been such a wild 5 months. The podcast started on August 30th, okay, guys? August. And look at where it is now. It has just evolved. So thank you to everyone. Now for our topic today, we are going to be talking about toxic positivity in the workplace. Yes. This one goes along with the video that was posted yesterday on Thursday. And basically what I was saying is that when there's a stupid idea or something that is just not a formidable plan inside of the workplace presented, and if you push back on that or you say, I think we may need to go a different route. I don't think this is a good idea. Some of those situations kind of result in you being told, well, you're being negative. They try to dismiss your concerns, make them seem very small, when in reality, the concerns are not small at all. They're actually warranted, okay? Because it is either going to cost the company a lot of money, we're going to be spending a lot of time on something that we know is not going to work, or at least one person, maybe a group of people recognize that this is the problem. But when you have a situation with your boss who cannot get it through their mind that this is not a good idea, sometimes you have to let them see it, okay? They can't just hear prematurely that it's not a good idea. Oh no, let them see it through. Because if you push back too much, that is going to cause you a problem. So don't. Okay? Do not push back. It is one thing when you have a boss who respects a challenge, but it's another when you have a boss who cannot respect a challenge and automatically cause that pushback. It's a challenge. I'm challenging your opinion. I'm challenging your thought. And if you have a boss who is insecure, Okay? You got a boss that's insecure, and maybe they just don't have the wherewithal to know that this is not a good decision. Let them make it. Let them fuck up. You have to. Because if you warn too much, you are going to be seen as a negative Nancy. When in reality, you are just a safer person when you make bets. Okay? You don't want to bet a budget on a project. You don't want to spend all this time doing something that is not going to be it's not going to be something that can actually function inside of the workplace. Whatever the thing is, and you know what I'm saying, whatever it is in the workplace that has been brought up, and you know for a fact this is not a good idea. Your coworkers know for a fact this is not a good idea, but your boss, they are sold. So say yes, because any pushback is going to create it's going to create a negative workspace for real, for you, because then they start to target you in a different way. So hit them with the okie doke today. Say yeah. When y'all have y'all Friday meeting today, yes, let's do it. It don't matter how fucking stupid the idea is. I don't care if they want to recreate Yankee Doodle Come to Town, the little song. Say, yeah, I think this is great. Let's redo it. Sure. Let's do something that is so stupid. It doesn't matter. Because if you push back too much, that's when you get that label put on you, and it's just not worth your time. Especially, guys, if you know that you are on your way out. When you know that there's nothing more that you can say to contribute, they're not listening to you, they're not hearing what you say, you need to remove that energy because you are placing it upon deaf ears. They don't want to hear you. And nothing that you're saying is going to make any sense because they only see crazy. And you are spewing logic. You are grounding them in reality, and they can't take that. They can't take that somebody else actually has this idea, or somebody else has another way that is not going to be as harmful to the company budget. It's not going to be as harmful to the overall outcome of this said project, of this said thing. They can't take that part. So let them, okay? Let them fuck up. You just need to brace for impact. And also, if it is something that is verbal, a verbal conversation, you better make sure that you are writing it down. Who told you what? Make sure it is in email. Always follow up with anything via email so that communication is documented. When they try to say, oh, well, he's not doing this or she's not doing this, actually, this is the email where you told me to not do XYZ. This is the method that you wanted me to use, and I applied that method, and this is the outcome. Because then nobody can hold their hands up and say, well, it's actually Brandy. No, it was your dumb ass because I told you not to do it. I warned you that it was going to be an issue, and you declined to take my advice. So now this is the outcome. This is the outcome. And we're also not going to be standing in the way of our coworkers either, because we know our coworkers can have some dumbass ideas too, right? We know that they can make mistakes too. They're not completely innocent. We have some coworkers who are just hell-bent on bad decisions, or they just don't have the knowledge outside of whatever this is. They're so excited about this one thing, and maybe they're just missing some key ingredients to make it better. But when you have a coworker who is like that too, they will try to say, oh, she's shooting down my ideas. He's shooting down my plans. He's not being cooperative. He's not this or she's not that. They love that. That's when the tattletelling coming in, because you are actually standing firm in what you believe. But ain't no need to standing firm, baby. Move out the way. Let them take credit. Okay? If it work out, absolutely. But if it don't, and more than likely it don't, if it's enough people that are like, you know what? I see that this is going to be an issue, and you warn, you wave that flag, but nobody listens, you need to just brace for impact. Nobody else will be ready. If on the side, you have to start maybe a second thing and work on this project so that when this opportunity does not work out, there's already something ready on the shelf, prepared. Yeah, here we go. This is the plan that I have here. Hey, it didn't work out. We tried it. It was a good idea. It really was not. But it's just no point in you trying to push back on it. It just is not worth it because you know where it's going to go. And so one of the things that if you are looking for, like, how do I cite this toxic positivity inside of the workplace, one surefire way is that everything that you raise a red flag about is brought down to a smaller level. And this is not, it's a way that is done to where you don't even realize that it's happening sometimes, where you bring up a problem or you bring up a concern and you're told, oh, that's not a big issue. That's not a real problem. Yes, it is a real fucking problem. It is actually a real issue. And when they do stuff like that, that lets you know. Sometimes that happens like very early when you join a company, because when you join, clearly they were looking for someone to join this company and someone to fill in the gaps. And when you start filling in the gaps and saying that there are certain things missing, there are certain things that, the company could use in order to make things more full circle, and they start denying that there is a problem, gaslighting you. Okay, that's step one. That gaslighting effect, when you try to tell them that this is an issue or this is a problem and they do not listen or they diminish whatever it is that you're saying, okay, that's sign number one. Sign number one is gaslighting. Okay, sign number two, there's a lack of open dialogue, meaning y'all, there's no such thing as constructive criticism, a conversation where ideas can be brought to the forefront. No, because ideas can only come from one person. Ideas can only come from these people. You are just the person that's supposed to do the work, right? So you actually do the work and nobody is listening. But ideas can only come from these people, or these barking orders, these, can only come from these people. But it's just like, we cannot have any difficult conversations. We cannot communicate about anything that is a problem. Everything that I bring to you is brought down to a different level because you don't respect my problem. You don't respect my issue. And so now it's like, okay, let me just be quiet. That is your best interest. It's in your best interest and it's for your mental safety. And this is where, like, the cape thing, right, that we've talked about on social media. We've talked about it in Patreon and the weekly lives, which we're going live on this Saturday as well at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. But we talk about this cape. We talk so much about how we are trying to save every situation. We want to stop these bad things from happening, bad. We want to make sure that we don't make this, or that the company does not make this mistake, that the investment is not going to be worth the outcome. Like, there's so many things that we try to stop, when in reality, it's not for us to stop. Okay, guys, I know it's a terrible thing to hear. You cannot stop every situation from happening. You cannot save this corporation. You have to put yourself first, because if you don't, it is going to tear you down mentally and emotionally and eventually physically. Okay, so please make sure that you hear me, that toxic positivity cannot be met with logic, because these people are delusional. You are in a state of reality where this is where we are. This is what I see. This is what this outcome is going to be if we proceed with this idea. And when it is brought to you, you just need to say yes, because these people are in a land of delusion, especially if you are dealing with somebody who just likes to spitball ideas and it's just like, okay, let's do this. Every idea that comes to them, they want to do. Whether it is a real idea, whether it's a real, like something that is actually going to be of substance, it's just like, okay, I thought let's wake up and press 2 buttons instead of 1 today. When if we press the other button, this is going to cause a problem. Like, we're not going to go anywhere, but let's do it. Let's just press 2 buttons. Why can't we just press 2 buttons? You're being negative. You're pushing back. And it's just like, you know what? Let's press 2 buttons. Because y'all need to see that if we press 2 at the same time, okay, you're stopping us from going forward or backward. When pressing 1 helps us go in the direction that we want to go in. And so that's the example. It's like they're not paying attention. They're not listening, that every single idea that they have is not something that should be acted upon. Okay? That's why you can't meet it with logic. You have to be like, okay, absolutely. Because if you try to fight with logic, they're going to say you are being negative, and it just causes so much issue in the workplace. And then you get branded, and then it's hard to get out of that space when you initiate a push. Because if you have a boss who is insecure, okay, an insecure boss does not want any challenge. They only want submission. So give it to them. Give it to them and let them fuck up. Let them make the mistake. It saves you the mental anguish of trying to fix or stop whatever this is, when really you just need to put the vest on and prepare for impact. The last thing that you will see in these situations in a work environment like this with toxic positivity, which is similar to what we've been talking about, is the lack of empathy or like invalidation of your feelings or your concerns. And this just goes right back to where we were, that you have communicated your concerns to them and they are not listening. Okay? So today, I'm going to say yes to the fuck up. Say it. I'm going to say yes to the fuck up. I am going to document the fuck up. Okay? We are not jumping in the way. Move out of the way of the train, because sometimes fuck ups like that cost them their jobs. And if they do it too much, then decisions will be made. So that's where you have to move out the way. Even if it's your bestie coworker, even if it's your boss and you're like, I got to help you. No. And that got to help thing, that's like a personality trait. We just want to save humanity. We just want to save this person from making these grave decisions. But no, we're not going to do that. So remember, in closing of our topic, I will say yes to the fuck up. Okay? And now we are going to our first email of the episode. Hello, I have a dilemma at work. I see the person who I called a bitch, like she speaks, says hi after she didn't see me all day and said hi. I don't know what the hell you are saying. I just look at her and say hi. I just want to choke the crap out of her because I know she wants to get a rise out of me. Well, she is. This is just the first line. What the fuck? I'm trying not to give her that satisfaction. You are. As for the Uncle Tom, she knows to stay out of my way. It's like a bitch is taunting me. Every time they try to micromanage me, I throw the same words they used against them. I just been documenting. Anytime I ask for clarification, I never get a response back on the work that needs to be corrected. Then I do a follow-up and still no response. I'm still in the process of looking for another job. I just don't want to take any job making less money. You may need to, because it sounds like you're about to commit a crime. Do you understand? Look at how mad you are. This is you typing. Can you imagine? You ever seen that damn Kermit meme where Kermit just like, that's what I imagine when I see this. You just seem so like perturbed. And that's why, like, before you get to this point, this is where you may need to make a decision. Okay. I know God is trying to teach me patience and to adjust my attitude. This is what I don't understand, why anyone of color conform themselves or attitude to work for a white man. I know I need to work for myself. I'm vocal and very blunt. I work with leaders who don't know what they are doing. You don't know how to, or they don't know how to lead at all. They don't know anything when I ask questions about work or how to do it. They have a video online that shows you everything that you need to know on how to do certain things. They are very petty and play a bunch of mind games. I'm trying to keep my temper at bay. I can't be professional when you are dealing with unprofessional leaders who have their heads so far up their asses, so they don't want you to figure it out. I ask questions or call my manager and she keeps saying that I'll get back to you and she never does. I don't know what to do. You don't know what to do? What do you mean you don't know what to do? And let's correct this mindset. Number one, God ain't got nothing to do with this. I know he be sitting up there like, I am not trying to have you struggle so that you can learn. Like, I just do not believe that God is like that. Also, because you are very blunt and very vocal, that does not qualify you to run your own business, okay? Because you actually have to practice a lot of discipline so that you can receive support, so that you can receive financial compensation for your services from your customers, okay? So let's throw that out. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that you're about to either be terminated for a number of reasons, okay? Number one, your frustration, your overall anger is creating a toxic work environment for you. Yes, them people are doing what they're doing, but look at how you are responding. Look at how you were typing this email. You was mad as hell. You was so mad typing this, and you, all these bitches and all this stuff that you saying. Look at how it has made you. Look at how this environment has affected your life. This is what I be talking about. Before it get to this point, you need to know when to tap out. Even if you have to take a pay cut, baby, you finna be on the news, and you ain't gonna be able to work nowhere or own no damn business because you are so angry. You are so fucking mad. You need a therapist too. Whatever this shit is that you got going on, you're going to have to work through it, because even when you go to your next job, you're going to carry this with you because it is a trauma. This is traumatic for a work experience. It's a traumatic experience to go through, and you're going to take it to your next job, and you're going to fuck that up and think, oh, you're going to blame everybody there. But really, this is the problem. You ain't dealt with it. You need to find a constructive outlet. Number one, you need to make sure your ass get a damn therapist, and you need to get the fuck up out of there. Even if you have to take a hit. Let me tell you, some money is better than no money. So whatever high paying position you are trying to get, you may have to bring it down a little bit for the sake of your peace. Because God is not using this situation, having you in turmoil, so that you can learn something. No. God. Y'all, please. Okay? He don't want you. Look at you. You are a threat to everybody that you are working with, because you are very upset and you're about to fuck up somebody. So I don't think God is want you nearing to where they're going to have to put a damn warrant out for your arrest because of your behavior. Because he just want to teach you patience. That is not true. Okay? You are going to have to make a decision. It's time to write down your finances and see where you can cut some things out of your life. Because we all know we all got extra shit that we can cut out. If we really, really wanted to do it, if we really, really wanted to make an effort, we could cut the shit out. And you need to find something that is going to be able to pay your bills and give you peace of mind, because this is a dangerous situation. You are going to end up having a fucking stroke if you don't break the law in a little bit. Okay? So take your ass to a therapist. Make sure you find some type of outlet to get out this pent up aggression, and you need to start tracking your way out. Dr. Kamani Sands, I had her on the podcast, her and Dr. Rochelle, they were on the podcast a couple weeks ago talking about this very thing. Because when it get here, it is dangerous for everybody involved. Either you are going to explode on these people, or you're going to hurt yourself, okay? Because we know that corporate work stress can cause suicide. I'm so sorry to everybody that is listening. I didn't send a trigger warning, but I will in the beginning of the episode so that y'all know. Please take care of your mental health, because this is dangerous. Okay? There are jobs that have great working environments, that respect their employees. Those things are out there. But if you do not get rid of this, meaning like if you do not go to a therapist and work through your emotions, you are going to carry this attitude to the next place. You're going to be on guard 24/7. And that's going to be an even worse outcome. Okay? So please, baby, please get some help. All right, on to our next email. What do you do when a manager keeps allowing someone off the floor to do organizational duties? I am also assigned work of others when they are absent. It is not just a day here or there. It is weeks and months at a time. I have asked my own admin time for my organizational duties or adjustment to my work hours to better serve my role, but I have been denied. I have stated my concerns about this, stating it is not healthy to do 2 to 3 jobs in an 8-hour period, and how it is keeping me burned out, or I have been burned out. Baby Betty, if you have communicated everything to this job and say, you know what? I cannot do these jobs that you're asking me to do. I cannot cover this because I have my own things. I have my own work that I have to complete, and they are steady piling things on you. They have no respect for what the boundary that you have set. They have no respect for that. And so now is the time where you are going to have to make a decision. Because they clearly have no respect for your concerns. They have no respect for the fact that you already have your own job. You have your own responsibilities. And they are not even considering your communication efforts. You have went to them and told them that these are the duties, right, that I'm supposed to complete. But you all are adding all these different people's responsibilities onto mine, and I am burnt out. Okay? Show them. Show them what burnt out look like. Show them. Either you need to go on FMLA and then try to find you another position because you're burnt out. That's mental anguish. They will give you, your doctor will give you FMLA. Then, while you're out, you need to start looking for a job. And when it's time for you to come back, put in your 2 weeks, or you can quit effective immediately once you secure your other place of employment, if you just want to hold on to this job and get some type of payout while you're out on FMLA. Okay? You want to use your PTO to do it. You got to be calculated on how you do it. But show them. Show them that you burnt out. Find somebody else to do it and be out for your 6 weeks or however long the doctor approves you to be out, and utilize that time to either find you another place or take a mental break from work. I don't know if you have PTO or how that is going to work, because I don't know what state you're in also. But that's definitely what I would do. I would go out on FMLA and show them that I am not going to be doing all this work. If they can't do it while I'm gone, I don't know what to tell you, because I am not going to be here. I'm using my FMLA and I'm going to take my break. Y'all can handle this shit. And while you are out, you start applying, going to job interviews, and doing everything that you need to do to get the fuck up out of there. That's what you need to start doing. All right, for our last email, this one says, I have been with my company for 20 years, and they decided to send the finance department over to India. Oh, shit. And we are required to train the staff in India in order to get our severance package, training 5 hours a day. Girl, I know you fucking lying. Baby, I hope you have. I don't know what the fuck the severance package is. I don't know, because you did not list that. But I am probably 100% sure I could say that it is not your full salary. So why the hell, girl? No. For 5 hours a day, you got to train somebody that's in a whole other country, number one, and they're outsourcing your job, and you think I'm finna... No. I am resigning effective immediately. It's my last day. You have been with the company for 20 years. You can find another damn job, because absolutely the fuck not. I am not about to train the outsource so that y'all can save money and not stop daily operation. No, let the daily operation stop, because it stops with me today. I don't know how much this severance package is, but it better be a handsome one. Okay, it better be handsome, and and I don't know why on earth would you agree to that, baby. No, I'm gonna just tell you, I could not do that. I definitely think if you're gonna stay, it needs to be a good one, and you need to make sure that you are trying to get a job right now, like with anybody that can sustain you, so that you can get the fuck up out of there, because that is a slap in the face. No. Thank y'all so much. Woo, boy. Y'all, one thing that we are going to learn is that jobs, they have a lot of audacity. So do these managers, these co-workers, and just very disrespectful, and will look at you and smile as they are being disrespectful and have no idea why you're so frustrated and why you're so upset. And then you turn into that other email that we had. Okay? You need to choose yourself, because it is not fucking worth it. Training your fucking replacement? Hell no. Nope. I'm not doing that. You train them. Have a good one. I'm not. No, you're outsourcing my job. It's not like I'm leaving and going to another place and I have to train this person. And even then, it would be minimal. Okay? No. Y'all, choose yourself. Okay? Because they are choosing themselves every day. And almost every email that we got today proved that. So choose yourself. That's going to be the title of this episode. Maybe not, because it's toxic positivity. I forgot it wasn't an email episode. I got so engulfed in them emails. But God, dog, choose yourself. Okay? Great day in the morning. Well, y'all have a wonderful day. Enjoy this weekend. Do not pick up a piece of work. I don't give a fuck what. Do not pick it up. Put it down. Enjoy Friday. Enjoy your Saturday. And decompress on Sunday. Whatever the fuck going on at that job, you'll deal with it on Monday. The weekend is not the time to deal with it. You deal with the shit that's either about your business. That's where we work hard. Or some shit that you really, really want to do that is for yourself. Your education. Certifications. Okay? That is what we do on the weekends. We're not doing none of that shit for a corporation that ain't got our name ain't on that motherfucker, okay? I will see y'all on the internet. Thank you so much for the continued support of this podcast. Patreon, thank you. And to everyone who is following me on social media, I appreciate it. Thank y'all for sharing me with y'all friends and your family and your good coworkers. And even some of y'all got good bosses and y'all be watching the videos. I be seeing y'all in the comments, okay? So thank you so much. And I really appreciate y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. Oh, and don't forget, y'all, we have the FTJ merch, okay? Fuck that job merch. fuck them people at that job. Merchandise is available, and we are getting ready to gear up for a new drop. So make sure that you are paying attention, because my birthday is next Saturday, and I believe that is when our drop is. So make sure that you are paying attention and you don't miss out, and I will see y'all on the internet. I love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye.